bitches.
Right through!
Well, what's this? Playtime at the prison. There's some mail. Corbett, Kennedy and Fisher.
Hey, Cass, why don't you show us your statues now?
I'm not ready yet.
Oh, come on, Cass, be a sport.
Yes, Parker. Now's your chance to show us how brilliant you really are.
Oh, well, you see,
Now, Parker, no buts.
I didn't do it, Miss Ferguson. Honest, I wouldn't make something like that.
Don't give me that, Parker. This is just the sort of thing that your kindergarten mentality would dream
do
up.
it, Miss Ferguson. We would have
And
seen
nothing your mates say will convince me otherwise. You can forget the fate, Parker. You're on a charge.
come on.
And shut up, the lot of you, or you'll all be on a charge.
I'll get rid of this, shall I, Miss Ferguson?
You'd better see me after dinner tonight, Mitchell. And you'd better have that name for me.
I didn't make that thing, honest, I didn't.
We know that, love. We know.
Well, who would do a stupid thing like that?
Why don't you tell her, Keen? Only you left to deal with now, Desmond.
Jeez, what am I going to tell Dad and Albie?
Yeah, I'll let you know. How is she?
She's fine, relax.
Don't give me the PR act, Murray. Where have you got her?
Downstairs.
Well, not in the cells.
Well, come on, Rick, where else?
I know you got to play it by the book, but she's been through a hell of a lot since her father was killed.
I could see that for myself. But this bloke's dead. The whole thing looks pretty bad for her.
How bad?
The truck driver stated the priest was bounced off the car she was driving and straight into his path. When you make your own statement, I'm pretty sure you'll have to corroborate that.
Yeah, but there's her state of mind to be considered.
Yeah, I guess so.
What do you mean you guess so? Look, Murray, I want to see her. Can you fix that?
Sure.
I don't want to get her out of here. What's the bail?
Sorry, Rick, that I can't fix.
Why the hell not?
She's put the kiss of death on her.
How?
Your lady friend's got an eye for an eye mentality.
Go on.
She's just signed a statement saying that she meant to kill him. And she's glad she succeeded.
And did the statue really look like Miss Ferguson?
No, I think it flattered her.
Yeah, well, if you were so proud of it, why didn't you own up, eh?
Oh, deprive you of all the attention? Wouldn't be fair.
Fair? Look, I can't go to the fete now because of you, you rotten mongrel. Oh, jeez, Myra, I know what you've said, but one of the...
You do that and you screw it up for yourself, for the fate and history. They'll get theirs, eventually.
Myra, Dad and Albie are coming all the way from the country and no one even get a chance to see them.
Well, why don't you go and have a talk to Mrs. Reynolds? She's awfully nice. She might let you go.
You reckon?
Worth a try.
Yeah. Thanks, Pix. I'll talk to you right after work. It still isn't fair, but Anne Reb reckons she's got away with it.
Oh, don't worry about her, Cass. Why don't you think of something nice like you're always telling me to do?
No, like what?
Like Charlie, he's nice. I reckon country guys must be nicer than city guys. Jack sure is.
Hey, is he coming to the fete?
Nah, well, Gunneda's a bit far.
You told him about the baby yet?
No, but I reckon I will when I get the chance.
Oh, you reckon he'd be mug enough to believe it?
Shut up, Phyllis. He's the father and I should know.
Yeah, funny we never heard of him before.
Yeah, well, that was because I didn't want you lot slinging mud at him.
Well, look who's slumming it.
Hey, what do you got there?
What remains of $500 worth of dresses? Suppose you'd call them glad rags now.
Well, what happened to them?
They'll be totally ruined by one of the inmates if this is so.
Ah, what a shame. Want me to throw him out for you?
No thanks. I think I'll leave them here with the rest of the trash. Now, who'd do a thing like that?
Oh, look, don't dirty them. I might be able to fix them.
All happened so quickly. I suppose it's been building up for a while. Father dying, the outcome of the trial. But now she's signed a statement admitting she meant to kill him.
Rick, I want you to go home. You can't possibly work today. You're not up to it.
I'm not up to it. Anything she feels. She didn't even know what was happening to her down at the station. God knows how she's going to cope when they bring her in here.
We'll give her every consideration, I promise you.
Then don't put her into solitary.
Oh, that's
I know
impossible.
it's against regulations, but if you could just, please, spare her that.
I can't. She's on a murder charge. We have to assess her state of mind before she goes in with the other women, for her own sake as well as theirs. I'm sorry.
All right, well, I'll work tonight. I'll try and help her through it somehow.
She'll have to cope on her own when you take up your new post.
Yeah, well, I've had second thoughts about that. I think I'd rather stop here.
I'm afraid that's impossible. We've had similar situations before and they just don't work. Anyway, even if I agreed, the department would never sanction it.
You're saying I have to go?
All I'm saying is, it'd be better for all concerned if you took up your new position as planned. I'm sorry, Rick.
They're past it, Pixie, believe me.
Oh, what a pity. They're so beautiful. Oh, well, at least they were beautiful.
Pixie, how many times I tell you to keep away from Jack the Ripper?
Oh, they're Lee's what's left of them.
Wow. Well, somebody's made it clear they don't like her.
Yep.
Anyway, forget the dresses for the moment.
Why?
I've, got the key.
Is it going to work?
Work? Get you through the pearly gates.
Early for that yet. All I want to do is get into that storeroom and get me a going-away outfit.
Can I do it? I'll be on skip duty. Won't be a problem getting in there.
Oh, I don't know, Bobby.
Go on, it's right up my alley.
Come on, Myra, you're going to have to let us help you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, isn't it exciting? My first escape. Oh, except mine, of course. And then I didn't know I was escaping, so that doesn't count, does it?
No.
Oh, what a pity Lee's dresses aren't better. Then you could have walked out in style.
She could go out and style on a Moomba float with a brass band, but the idea is to slip out quietly.
Yeah. Oh, well, I'll be so clever borrowing a visitor's pass. No one will notice, and you can walk straight out the gate.
It's not sounding too easy. There has got to be a hitch.
Yeah, there is.
What?
We're going to change.
Oh, God, I'd forgotten about that.
The garden shed.
Now, that is a good idea. There's a lock on it, though. You'd have to deal with that.
Oh, something's going on.
Like what?
I don't know. But we're walking all over them and they're letting us.
Well, maybe it's because they haven't got the guts to do anything.
What's your brains? They've got the guts and the muscle. They're not using either. I want to know why.
All right, ladies, Mrs. O'Regan needs a volunteer for kitchen duty.
Oh, I'll go, and then I can make toffees for the fete.
I'm sorry, Pixie. She said anyone but you.
Why?
Well, we won't go into that. Keen, you could be our volunteer.
Thanks a lot.
Oh, all right, Pixie, you can come too, but only on tray duty. We can't have Mrs. O'Regan walking out on us, no thanks.
Be a bit hard making toffees on a tray.
You'll manage. God.
Now, you're looking very happy. What's the good news?
I am going to the fete.
Oh, that's wonderful. I didn't think Mrs. Reynolds would stop you from seeing your family.
Yeah, I did lose a month's buy-up, but geez, you should have heard the report Miss Ferguson put in.
Well, I wouldn't worry about that too much. We could help you with buy-up.
Well, you can have mine. I won't be needing it.
Oh, no. I've got to front the freak with a name after dinner.
Don't worry, Bobby. We won't let her take it out on you.
Well, madam, it'll be just like any other fete. There'll be jams, bric-a-brac, lucky dips. Oh, yes, you'll be perfectly safe. There'll be lots of security. Yes, lots and lots of officers. Good. Well, we'll see you tomorrow then. Goodbye. I'm surprised she didn't ask for an armed bodyguard.
Hello, Joyce.
No, Pam. Long time no see. Oh, you're Mr. Manning's friend, aren't you?
Is he here? Can I see him?
No, I'm sorry, dear. He's tied up at the moment. On the white line, please. Good. Now, your name is Rachel Louise Milsom. Is that correct? My dear, you must answer the question. Is that your name?
Rick.
Oh, Mr. Manning, would you like to do the induction?
No. It's just a few formalities. Won't take long. Just hang in there, all right?
Why aren't you in the dining room, Mitchell?
I'm not hungry. I tried to find out who called Camilla, but I couldn't find out.
Don't give me that. You know. You all know.
And ask us.
I don't have to. You three goons have just told me all I want to know.
Yeah? What's that?
Well, you see, I checked all the phone calls for that night. And the only one on the list you'd want to protect is Mason. Yeah. Thought so.
You leave Bobby alone.
Hey. Oh, Parker, I've got what I want. Without any heavy stuff. So unless you're planning to start some, I suggest you get out of my way. You're losers. You're all losers. Ferguson.
If anything at all happens to Pixie or Bobby, you're going to be the loser. Oh, it won't be me or Judy or Cass. You'll be up against every woman in this prison with any semblance of guts. And we'll tear you apart.
You could have a word with Mrs. O'Regan. I mean, well, what harm could I do making up a few dozen talkies? I mean, she has everything I need. I could whip them up with a needle. Please let me out of here. I'm going back.
I'm sorry. You have to stay in here till tomorrow.
No! I won't do anything stupid,
Nothing I can do!
Nothing but the best, eh?
You can't be referring to the accommodation.
How are you getting on with the other women?
They detest me.
That's not surprising.
Oh, really? I was surprised. In fact, I was astounded to find 2 of my dresses cut to ribbons.
When?
This afternoon.
Did you report it?
Oh, what's the point?
Malicious damage should be reported to an officer.
Oh, forget it, they were last season's anyway.
Rather now.
I made rather a grand gesture and deposited them with the inmates.
Do you have any idea who did it?
The one called Reb didn't seem particularly surprised when she saw them.
Want to lay a formal complaint against Keane?
Oh, it's not worth it, really. It could have been any one of them. They all seem capable of a lot worse than that.
They are. But then if you're not willing to make a complaint, I can't do anything about it.
Good. Then the matter's finished. Good night, Miss Ferguson.
When do you reckon that dame's gonna thaw out?
Any minute now.
What the? What is this stuff?
No, someone put oil in my shampoo bottle. Jesus! Ronnie! Don't look at it this way, kid. You're saving a lot on conditioner.
Morning, Rick.
Hi, Governor.
So you did stay all night. I was hoping you wouldn't.
She finally got to sleep. I don't know what to do.
It's your last day. It'll be easier when you get away from here.
What?
Well, you'll be able to visit her without the restrictions an officer's uniform puts on you.
Well, that won't do her much good.
Of course it will. You know how important visits are to the women in here?
Well, she is not like the women in here. God, what am I saying? I really didn't mean that the way it sounded. It's her upbringing. She's not equipped for this place. Can you help?
I'll do what I can to help her settle in, but I can't single her out for special attention, Rick. Of course, how she copes with the other women's very much up to herself.
Yeah, you're right.
Rick, I'm arranging farewell drinks for after work. Is 5:30 all right for you?
I'll give him the thanks anyway, but I'm not really in a party mood. Give it a miss if you don't mind.
Now, I know you're taking the mickey,
Oh,
but
never.
if you don't give over, we're going to be here all day. Now, where's Lee Templar?
Yeah.
You're not down for work.
That's not Lee Templar, it's olive oil.
Sunflower oil.
All right. Now give a man a go.
Oh, any time, love.
Careful, they're after your Yorkshire pudding.
I don't know about you lots. I'm used to handling boys. I mean, I'm used to dealing with lads.
Yeah, we know.
Now, let's keep it fragrant and get on with it, shall we? Now, the following ladies, Desmond, Bryant, Mitchell, Keane, Mason, Parker and Hunt are in the laundry. Is that understood?
Never heard of him.
I'll give up.
It's well past time, Mr. Crookshank. Is there anything wrong?
You might say so, but I don't think it's anything I can't handle. Would that be right, ladies?
Everything's under control, Mrs. Barry.
Right. You better hurry it up.
Okay, ladies, you can take a gag. Let's not push it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Desmond. Now, you laundry ladies move off, please. And how about telling me who you are as you go past?
Judy Bryant.
Hello, Judy.
Get Myra's frock.
Yep.
Oh, I'll get for you if you know.
Thanks, Myra.
Forget it, you come back with a wedding.
Pixie Mason. Oh, excuse me.
Bobby Mitchell? Come on, Pix, I'm the one who needs a husband, remember?
You should try and eat something.
I can't. How much longer do I have to stay in here?
Just till this afternoon.
Sorry I broke down in front of that girl yesterday.
Don't worry about it.
I thought it might get you into trouble. It's called consorting with a prisoner or something, isn't it?
Yeah, something like that.
Last night I dreamt I killed that bastard. I just kept running over and over.
Look, you got to stop thinking about that. It's not going to do you any good. I'll come and visit you as often as I can.
No, you mustn't come here.
What the hell are you talking about?
I don't want you to see me like this. It's so degrading, and it's only going to get worse after the trial.
You don't know the outcome of the trial.
Don't I?
Then why, in God's name, did you tell the police that you meant to kill him then?
Because it's true. Look. Listen. When I get out of here, if I get out of here, I will come to you, I promise. But you must promise to stay away from me now. You must.
But who do you think would change shampoo for oil?
God, Phyllis for starters, and I wouldn't be surprised if Reb was involved.
Yes, but why? Then she hasn't done anything to anyone.
Pixie, she has high-hatted everyone in this place. That doesn't exactly put you on the top of a popularity poll, does it?
Right. And Reb's very busy proving that she can get anyone she wants. I think Miss Templar's in for a very bumpy ride unless she pulls her finger out. You'll have to keep an eye on her, Jude.
I'll try.
Hey, Jude, Perhaps you could have a bit of a chat with her, you know, sort of straighten her out.
Oh, yeah, like she did last night. No, thank you.
Maybe she's more prepared to listen now.
Okay, I'll try, but I hope you can't be snubbed to death.
Where is everyone?
Oh, Phyllis is getting so powder rebs in the loo.
Oh, I hope she's riding.
How'd you go?
I got it.
You didn't. Well, the pony officer came along just as I was locking it up, so I pretended I was polishing the locks.
Are you sure he didn't suss you out?
Tell you what, there's enough stuff in there to start up a market. Hey, Mara, found the closure water court.
Good one, love.
Oh, thanks. Where are they now?
Stuffed them in your pillowcase.
Oh gosh, I hope I don't mess up stealing the visitors' pass. I'd die if I remember everything. Love you,
What'd you like me to do?
No.
Sorry, love, but I think we better leave it up to Pixie.
Hey, looks like we're through those gates already.
Let's cross our fingers that nothing goes wrong to stuff it up.
But it can't have been that bad, surely.
No? Well, not quite as bad as the Spanish Inquisition.
A departmental hearing has to be thorough.
Thorough is one thing. Our Joan did everything but imply that there was hereditary insanity in our family. Honestly, I felt as though I were on trial, but no one would tell me the charge.
Well, it's predictable, I suppose. She wants the job so badly it's embarrassing.
Oh, not to her. She wouldn't know the meaning of the word. Do you know they questioned me about my memory? Remember the sleeping pills? And Pixie getting electrocuted in the laundry? Believe me, she didn't leave anything out.
I can imagine.
According to Joan, I am unreliable, inexperienced, negligent, and either drug-dependent or half-dotty. Now, if the tribunal only believe half of what she suggests or implies, they'd have to be recommending me for a pension.
I'm sorry, Meg, I really am. I didn't think she'd go that far. But anyway, still, you're deputy governor still.
No, not quite.
What do you mean?
You are now looking at the provisional deputy governor. My position will be reviewed in 3 months' time.
I don't believe it.
Neither did I. But the tribunal obviously believed there's something in what Joan has to say.
And now she's got one foot in the door.
Exactly, and she's going to make the most of it.
Oh, I'm sorry, Meg. I'd hoped that'd be the end of it.
Well, so had I. But for the next 3 months, she'll be looking for every bit of ammunition she can find.
Miss Ferguson?
You're out of luck.
Beg your pardon?
No coffee, I just had the last cup.
Well, that's all right. I prefer tea anyway.
Jiggle away then. How are you finding us after Borstal?
Finding it?
Wentworth, you settling in all right?
Oh, yes. Everybody's been very helpful. Making me feel righty to them.
Had any trouble with the women yet?
Yet?
Well, you've only just arrived.
You make it sound inevitable.
Well, you don't have to be a clairvoyant.
You seem to be a pretty reasonable lot. Enthusiastic as far as work goes as well.
When it suits them. They've just had a 50% pay increase and extra privileges.
And they're earning it, I can tell you. I even found one girl cleaning a lock.
A lock?
Yes.
Where was this?
Corridor J, I think it was. Well, don't worry, it seemed innocent enough.
Nothing these women do is innocent.
The door was secure.
Which door was it?
The one at the end of the corridor.
It's the storeroom.
I said the door was secure. I checked it.
Look, the women's clothes and personal effects are stored in that room. Now, no one is going to be cleaning a lock without a good reason. Did you see who it was?
No, I'm not sure. I haven't got all the names clear yet. I think it might have been Bryant.
What, a big woman with an American accent?
No, she was only a little thing. Very young, blonde hair.
Mitchell.
You think I should have reported it?
Yes, I do. Don't worry. I'll take care of it. As I said, you don't have to be a clairvoyant.
I didn't have much time. I couldn't think of a better place to hide it.
Don't worry, love. You've done terrifically. Thanks.
Hey, I never left it like that. Oh, the bloody thing's not here. I left it up against the wall so you couldn't tell there was a bulge in it. You couldn't tell there was a dress in there just by looking at it.
Well, somebody's been quick off the mark.
Sorry, Mara. I should have found a better place to hide it.
Oh, don't worry, love. Wouldn't have made any difference.
Well, I never told anyone.
Oh, I know you didn't, Bobby. But someone's got wind of it. And I bet I know who.
get you out of here, Lee Pops. It's breaking my heart. Every day another contract down the gurgler.
It's nice to know you care, Stanley.
Don't call me Stan, please. The name's Roland.
You'll always be Stanley Cracknick to me. Depot or no depot, suits you.
I didn't come here to be insulted.
No, where do you usually go?
Lee,
Roland Van Dyke.
you finished? I'm here to fill you in on what's happening out there. To let you see what kind of shape we're in. What have you done to your hair?
Vegetable oil.
Well, whatever turns you on. Now listen, we've lost the Seabell contract and Magda Jewelry. That's this week. And Patootie, threatening to cancel. The pantyhose, remember?
I remember. They can always get another pair of legs, can't they?
Well, it's great to see you show such concern.
There's nothing I can do about it.
Oh, no, we're getting wiped off the map. I'm losing dollars hand over fist, and you want to insult me. Look, I'm here today because I care. About you, about us.
Terrific.
Lee, listen. Please. Let's try and work something out.
Listen, I've got to go back inside. I've got things to do, okay?
Lee, listen to me.
Look, there's some kind of a fade on tomorrow. I've got to fix my stinking hair.
Fade?
Goodbye, Stanley.
Lee, don't you see? That's perfect. It couldn't be better. There'll be a lot of people here tomorrow, and perhaps we can crack it for a colour spread in Femme Fad magazine. Lee Templar, doing time in style. Hey, we can have you posing with a few of the toughs. Beauty and the Beasts.
No,
it couldn't be better.
No, I said I am not interested, Stanley. Now go away.
Lee, think about it.
I have thought about it. What do you think I'm doing in here? I'm sick to death of being treated like a piece of meat by you, by Howard, by everybody. You don't really care about me, do you? It's just dollars per pound of flesh. Well, you're wasting your time. And mine. I'm finished with this stinking business. Am I making myself quite clear? It's over, Roland. Over. Get yourself another ham steak.
Well, that's gratitude. Thanks.
Rack off, Roland.
What do you want?
Supposing you tell us.
Takes 4 of you, does it?
Where are they?
What?
The clothes, my clothes.
Oh, they're your clothes, Des.
What have you done with them?
In my locker. I've been restyling them. Here they... Oh, Myra.
No.
Bitch!
Pretty punk, eh?
By the time I finished with you, Keen, you're gonna look exactly like those clothes.
You put a mark on me, Desmond, you'll end up my pound. Just in time to miss out on the fete.
No one will see this. Oh! No! Get out!
Oh, gee, look, isn't there something we can do? Can't we patch them up? Somehow? You couldn't even wipe windows with them now.
That's it, isn't it? No clothes.
No escape.
Beginning to feel at home, Mr. Cruikshank?
Yes, thank you.
No questions? No worries?
No, I don't think so. No, I tell a lie. I think I should have reported something. They didn't...
Yes, Miss Ferguson.
Governor, I'm sorry to interrupt, but there's something I think you should know. It could be serious.
Yes?
It's about the storeroom.
That's what I was going to tell you about.
What's the problem?
Well, Mr. Cruikshank told me that he saw Mitchell fooling with the lock on the storeroom door. Well, I've had a look, and everything's in order, but there's some dried paint on the inside of the lock. So somebody has either made a key or is in the process of doing so. I'm sure you're both familiar with the method.
I'll take full responsibility, Mrs. Reynolds. I obviously should have reported the matter earlier.
Yes. Anyway, there's no harm done. At least we know they're up to something. Mitchell won't have been on her own in this.
I doubt it.
Miss Ferguson, I think you should organise a cell search straight away, see what we come up with, and then we'll have a word with Mitchell.
Honestly, Cass, Joanna said she heard Mrs. Barry talking about it in reception.
What did she say when he was leaving?
No, she didn't, but it sounded like it'd be pretty soon.
Oh, pigs, Mr. Manning wouldn't leave us.
No, I don't believe it neither.
Well, I'm just telling you what I was told.
Who wouldn't want to leave this place?
Well, you wouldn't think he did, not from what I saw in solitary last night.
Come on, Mara, you gotta eat something. You gotta keep your strength up. For what?
Oh, come on, Mara, you can't chuck it in now. Still got the key, remember? I can go back and nick something else.
Nah, too risky, Bobby. You nearly got copped last time.
Oh, what? The palm, I can handle him.
You got lucky, that's all.
Look, it's a piece of cake like going to the supermarket.
Oh, don't, Bobby. I might take you up on it.
Right, pay attention, please, ladies. There'll be a cell search immediately after lunch. Now, you all know what to do. Line up outside your cells in an orderly fashion and just wait quietly.
Handled the palm, did you?
Buggered, he must have dogged me in. Judy, you had time to get rid of that dress.
Don't worry about that now. It's the key. That's what they'll be looking for.
Cover me, will you? What do you reckon?
10 out of 10, kid.
Don't worry, Myra, we can always make another one.
Yeah, but how long's it going to take?
I wonder if they've come up with anything yet.
Wouldn't worry about it. Don't even know for a fact there was a key.
Yeah, that's not the point, though, is it? I should have tumbled to what was going on.
Look, you're new here. Give yourself a chance. It's not as if they burnt the joint down and left you holding the match.
No, I suppose it could have been worse. That girl in solitary, Rachel Milson.
What about it?
It's a pretty difficult situation.
It's not easy.
If there's anything I can do to help now you're leaving...
You tell.
You'll be visiting, I suppose?
I don't know. I don't think it'd do either of us any good. Certainly wouldn't help her any.
Well, you could be right. I'll keep an eye out for her, if you like.
Thanks. How about you? Living the simple life?
Simpler than it was.
Married?
We're separated. Now, we came to Australia to get away from prisons. That was her idea, not mine. She wanted something better.
You were a sales rep or something?
Yeah. Well, that wasn't my idea either. But she thought we'd meet a better class of person. I suppose she must have done, because she ran off with one of them. Manager of the company. I wasn't a very good salesman.
So you're right back where you started.
I never really wanted anything else.
You'll be right here, mate.
Yeah. I hope they find that bloody key.
Absolutely nothing, I'm afraid. If there was a key, it's certainly not in anyone's cell.
Maybe we beat them to it. They may not have had time to make one. Anyway, we'll change the lock on the storeroom. That should stop them. As far as I know, they can't make a deadlock key. Or can they?
Governor, I thought you might like to see these. They don't appear to belong to any of the remand prisoners.
Where'd you find them?
In a garbage bin in the kitchen.
And you think they could have come from the storeroom?
Well, we can find out soon enough. Did you find anything in the cell search, Mrs. Morris?
No.
Oh, doesn't surprise me. The women don't usually hide things in their cells. Still, it does pay to be thorough, I suppose.
Yes. Excuse me. Well, I suggest you make a thorough inspection of everything in the storeroom, Miss Ferguson.
I fully intend to do that, Governor. I assume you'll be cancelling the fete?
What makes you think that?
Well, if these were taken from the storeroom, it can mean only one thing. Someone is planning an escape.
I don't think anyone will get far in these.
There may be others.
Even so, it's too late to cancel anything now. The women's relatives have been notified. It's been publicised in the paper. It wouldn't be a fair thing to do at this late stage.
Fair or not, Governor, you're still taking quite a risk. Still, it's your decision.
Well, why they want us for now anyway? Already turned our cells upside down.
Yeah, no, my stuff's all over the place.
Well, that's their favourite indoor sport. You ought to know that by now.
Oh, I don't see why they can't leave things the way they find them.
God, you're a dreamer, Pixie.
Well, good manners don't cost anything. Manners maketh the man.
No, it's clothes.
Manners maketh the clothes.
Forget it, Pixie.
Oh, poor Myra. Nothing's going right, is it? No clothes, no key.
Now the screws are onto it. I may as well give the whole bloody idea away.
Heavens, no, that's easily fixed. I'll make you a dress myself.
You serious?
Of course I am. From the house of Pixie Mason. Maison de maison.
Oh, come on, Pixie. I'm not in the mood to mess around, love.
But I'm not. I can make you something out of what's left of Lee Templa's dresses. Oh, heavens. You have to look nice for your escape. You never know who you'll bump into.
No one, I hope. Oh, no, Pixie. I'd stick out like a sore thumb in this high-fashion gear.
Do you think so?
I know so. Thanks, love, but even if you could do it in time, and even if I could fit into it, I'd only be good for a laugh.
Well, it won't have to be high-fashion stuff, just a plain little dress.
It's all Crookshank's bloody fault.
Gosh, that's an awful name, isn't
Yeah,
it?
I know. Cass reckons we ought to call him Crankshaft.
Anyone said anything to you yet?
No, it's giving me the bloody creeps. You think someone would say something, wouldn't you?
Give them time.
Tell you what, though, I'm going to miss Tricky Ricky if it's true about him leaving.
Oh, he wouldn't be. He would have told us.
Well, what's the pom doing here, then?
Right, everybody, quiet. The governor wants to talk to you.
Is anyone may find out? Excuse me, Mrs. Reynolds, is it true Mr. Manning's leaving?
I'm afraid so.
It's enough. Quiet, everyone.
I haven't come here to talk about Mr. Manning. I want to say something about the storeroom, and I'll come straight to the point. Keep away from it. The lock is being replaced by a deadlock, so there is no point in trying to make any keys. You're all very lucky I haven't cancelled the fete. However, I won't hesitate to do so if there are any further attempts to breach security. As for the fete itself, there'll be extra security measures in force. Anyone caught stepping out of line will be severely punished. I don't think I can make the position any clearer than that. Mitchell, I want to see you in my office now. The rest of you can return to your duties.
You'd have to be Houdini to get out of here now, Desmond. What do you want?
Don't talk to me like that, Templar.
Oh, what do you expect? You gave me a fright.
Oh, I am sorry. How's your hair?
Oh, you know, I suppose everyone's having a good laugh at my expense.
I did hear something about vegetable oil.
Yeah, charming, isn't it?
Oh, don't worry. Just leave it to me. I'll find out who did it.
When?
Be patient. I decide when and where.
And in the meantime?
I said I'll put a stop to it, and I will.
Thanks. Oh, look at this. Still filthy. I have to go and wash it again. Excuse me.
Of course.
Mr. Crookshank, was it Mitchell you saw outside the storeroom?
Yes, Mrs. Reynolds. I was a little confused at first. Thought her name was Bryant.
Right. Well, the storeroom's been checked, Mitchell, and it seems a dress is missing. Do you know anything about that?
No, Mrs. Reynolds.
Nothing at all.
No.
And the key? There must have been a key.
I don't know anything about that either.
You just happened to be cleaning the lock when Mr. Crookshank saw you. I want an answer, Mitchell.
I haven't got any key and I haven't got any dress.
All right, you can take her back to the laundry, Mr. Crookshank. And Mitchell, remember what I said in the recreation room. You can count yourself lucky this time. Lucky I can't prove what I suspect.
Kane, I want a word with you.
That'll be nice. What do we talk about?
I hear that some of Templar's expensive dresses were slashed.
So?
I also hear that you did it.
Says who?
Then, of course, there's a little question of some vegetable oil in a shampoo bottle.
Go on.
Very silly, Kane. Very childish.
Yeah, what makes you so concerned?
Don't you question me.
Fancy you, do you?
Listen, Kane, that kind of talk can get you in a lot of trouble. Now, the message is you stay away from Templar. I don't want to hear another word about you giving her a hard time. And I won't say that again. Now get to work.
juvenile crimes counsellor.
Sounds great.
Yeah, cut above us.
You say that.
Hey, you will come visit sometime, eh?
What do you want me to?
Oh, yes, of course we do, don't we,
I'm
Tom?
gonna miss you. And have a word to Crookshank with him. Tell him to take it easy.
I don't think you'll have any worries there. Just give him a figure. Well, I'll see you later.
Okay.
Good luck,
Best of
Ben.
luck.
Good luck.
Keep those kids out of jail.
Yeah. Oh, Cass, Bobby, can I see you for a second? I think of you two as pretty special, mates. I hope you feel the same way.
Of course we do.
Yeah.
I want you to do us a favour.
You know, Mr. Manning.
You've heard about the girl on Solitary, Rachel Wilson?
Oh, yeah, Pixie told us about her.
Right, well, she's going to be joining the rest of you soon. She's never been in jail or anything before, you know, so could you keep an eye out for her?
Yeah,
No worries.
if that's what you want, we'll do it, no worries.
Thanks. Appreciate it. Be good.
See you, Mr. Manning.
Bye.
Meg, I just had a call from the department. The psychiatric report that Jonathan Edmonds submitted on Pixie Mason was very favourable.
Well, we all know she's no criminal. But would it carry any weight now?
Apparently. No, it sounds crazy, but that's the department for you.
Well, what are you getting at?
They think she should be capable of leading a normal life. So they're recommending her release.
He used to give me roses. I wish he could again. But that was on the outside, and things were different then. On the inside, the sun still shines, and the rain falls down. But the sun and rain are prisoners too when morning comes around. Last night I dreamed we were together, sharing